specific variances, like for example, obesity. As you can see in here, we have the 220% variance. This was a team programming the PEG project expense. The grant reimbursement is classified grant line item. Because last March it was charged to team programming, and now in April it was properly classified to its correct line item grant. That is why it went to that line item grant in the first section, in the second section. For maintenance and building, we have a variance of 89%. We have the meeting room maintenance, second floor. We have this painting and flooring. We have also HVAC and concrete repairs, sprinkler system, and elevator maintenance. So it has a variance of this 89%, a total of 6,964 and 72. That variance 89%. For professional services, it reaches 8,879 and 38 cents, a variance of 99%. A workplace culture reset was being paid for April. So also the T4S services that is classified under the professional services. Utilities, the variance of 61%. This are electricity bills, gas for February 2, 1 to March 2, 2021. And last expense that I like to touch, janitorial services. We purchase vacuum to for vacuum and other janitorial services. For expense items. And let me go back to the revenue. As we have mentioned before last month, we have 45,164.86 cents that we received as the final report settlement. Finally, 45,001. That grant amount, which is 36,142 and 67. We received, as mentioned, that there was a reimbursement of the 11,750. It's project new generation. So we classified that grant line item. Also, Danville Library Foundation reimbursed us. It's almost 20,000 for the various expenses, grant expenses. It was able to pay us April 29 and April 30. But we just reached the top of April 30.
Question? I think it's for the board meeting, unless it's I don't know about mine. It's only technically here. As oversight.
Mhm.
I don't know that I actually have a vote.
I don't think that we can then, if you can't vote, then,
Yeah. Other than that, I'll be voting until.
yeah.
June. Have a chance to look at invoices? Anybody have any questions on any of them or anything that we should pay attention to in particular? Got a lot of Baker and Taylor stuff in here.
I had a question. I know that Susie Smith is doing consulting. We're paying that out of life insurance, holding payments. Those professional
It's on
services.
down here on the bottom, Rena. Yeah, you have it, it says life, it's under life insurance. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, associate that. Associate that. That relates to budgeting, also policy.
Oh, I understand that. I think that's great. I just wonder why it's coming from that account.
Yeah, I think you have something that's classified maybe, if you could look at it again, because you had it on here twice for the 29th in the same amount, and one is under life insurance and one is for professional services.
Yeah, it seems to me that would be professional services.
Yeah.
I'm life insurance. It's not. Yeah, it's just a line item.
Yeah.
It's just a line item.
And there's two different ones, so we need to make
It's
sure.
just sometimes
Totally.
a batch processing, that sometimes it's repeating the figures, repeating the second line.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like what we have on the first line, 14,568, that's for insurance. And there's another line, 14,568. It doesn't duplicate, it is not a duplicate, but
Okay.
it's just a batch, in terms of batch processing. It's just like, the system is just like that.
Okay, let's double check on it. And probably, should say professional.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, no, I have a question. You have to design your open place.
They've been doing
They're
a lot
for
for
a while. I'm glad to hear that.
She was running it out of her house, I think, because we got our name tags last year and we drove out to her house to look at the proofs. But I just emailed her what I need when we have the retirement clocks and she drops it off.
So Mary Jane, about 42 years.
Yeah.
That's quite a time.
Well, I guess we're coming up and over.
Right.
This is where it's so good. Pardon?
Cindy and Jen.
Cindy? Is Melissa on?
No.
Okay. We need Jim with the video, which is what I'm doing. There is Cindy. We'll have to hold,
Yep, there she is.
okay, so. On the, invoices. Thank you, a second. All right. Do we have any roll call?
I don't think So,
whenever. Well, it's money, but.
If they're going to the finance committee, they move on. Yeah, on the finance.
yeah, Jane and Mark are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No. You're okay, we're all these. No, I'm sending you away, I'm thinking that's one. Okay. All in favor, say aye. Pose same sign. Okay, now.
Yay, okay.
We have, national transfer of telecommunications savings from general fund to utility fund. Comments, Jennifer?
These first three are our transfers that we do at the beginning of every fiscal year. We saved on our telephone maintenance, so we switched that over into the technology fund generally.
I need a motion to approve.
I'll make them.
I just second.
I don't know.
Thank you, Jim. Any questions, if not, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Next is transfer of vehicle. From general to building.
Same deal.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Mark. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. And finally, temporary transfers from general to fire and INR.
Cover expenses, when we get our first tax distribution, it'll go back.
Thank you. Second from Jane. Questions, if not, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
One last one, security gate.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine.
That's okay.
Security code from Envision.
So this will replace our current security gate with new ones that we would like to put them out front here by these doors because they also serve as our door counter. So anytime people come into the meeting room or to use the restrooms, we don't have those door counts because we have no way of counting those numbers. So we would like to install those new gates up here, and then they will also work with the RFID tagging security system that we are slowly transitioning to.
Questions on that? Let's accept the motion to approve.
I'll make them.
Thank you, Jane. Second.
Second.
Thanks, Mark. Any further questions? If not, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you for that. The security gates are part of what we're looking at. As you know, we've had many discussions about the raising gates out here and moving the donor wall. I know Bill's not gonna have to go that, but we still got some other ideas up our this week, so we're still looking and searching to see if we can find the right resolution. I would be happy to review, so hopefully we will be. Your next meeting in the finance committee is June 15th, and hopefully you'll have your leader back, and he won't stumble through so much. So what's your best on that? I'm gonna set the motion to adjourn the finance meeting.
I'll do that.
Thank you. Second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. All right, so.
I did not hear from Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy would be here, I'd like that. We're gonna go ahead and, restructure the plan, right? Yeah, one, so I think we're gonna go ahead and just jump ahead, isn't it?
It's also on Zoom.
Yes.
Calling the board of trustees meeting to order. And, the first thing up is secretary's report and approval of minutes. Ms. Sanders.
read them and then email. I will give that time to look them over. Does anyone have any corrections? Hearing any, do I have a motion to approve the minutes as I'll move to approve. Second. And you all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Very much. Next is the treasurer's report and the proof of invoices and investments, which we completed at the finance meeting. So, is there anything we didn't have to pay attention to? Looking at the invoices and investments that you want to bring up. I think everybody was hearing your Bruno's explanation of any items that might be outstanding. Any questions, please speak up. If not, I would accept the motion to approve the invoices and investments as presented. From finance.
I'll move to approve.
Second. Second.
And second.
Thank you. Any questions? If not, all in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Director, personnel.
Invoices.
Hey.
Thanks, Jeremy. Hello, welcome.
Good to see you. We are excited to see you. Anyway, it's just brought to our attention, it's probably been a year ago February since we were all together, so. This is a special moment. Fun to have you, and we can finally meet you in person. That's even better. Absolutely. Oh, my pleasure for getting that. Inspiring.
Invoices.
No, I forgot the name, I'm sorry. What about it? Oh, you have the invoices that's presented to the, and approved by the finance committee. Do you have any questions on any of that? I would accept the motion to approve as presented to the finance.
I'll move approval.
Thank you, Mark. Second,
I'll second.
thank you. If no further questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Thank you, Professor. Yep. Now we'll go to directors and personnel.
Okay, you'll notice it's a little sparse because I packed last month with so much information because there was just so much going on that I didn't want to wait a whole month to tell you about. I was also off on a vacation for a week and a half at the end of the month. So, really what I would like to point out is Mary Jane Easterday retired after 42 years of service at the library. We have things keep changing so rapidly that even this is outdated now. So I need to update my personnel report. So we decided to move circulation in under the umbrella of public services. So Johnson Flanagan is now over the circulation department as well as outreach and teen zone. We had hired a teen librarian named Jessie. She had some life changes, so she had to decline our offer, which we were disappointed about, but things tend to work out the way they're supposed to. And our practicum student, Kaylee, who had accepted a full-time position in children, is now our teen librarian starting on Monday. So we're excited for Kaylee. We're thrilled to have her in any capacity. So I'm very happy to have her as teen librarian, which means we have another open full-time position in children. Meanwhile, we had filled both teen part-time 15-hour positions. And then one of those people also had a life change and could no longer accept. So Britton Gash will be starting this month in Teen Zone. We're thrilled to have Britton. We are actively interviewing for the other two positions. So hopefully by next month, we will have those filled as well, and there will be no more changes. We also hired Mary Ellen Tuck as the facilities assistant position, and she started at the end of April, and she's doing a wonderful job. So I think that's the big part on my end. Jessica, do you have anything to add?
The biggest thing you're was National Library Week.
Oh, yes, thank you.
The first full week of April every year. And we're having to use the graphics that they provided, which is made by them and media. These are the ones with Natalie working with the school earlier. But she was our spokesperson for National Library. And the second week of April was Money Smart Week. So Money Smart Week was only virtual this year, and they weren't allowing the libraries or other organizations to do their own programming. They just asked us to help promote the national version, which was like short webinars each day of Money Smart Week.
What's going on? And it's really exciting. I'm looking at the future, so I'm really pleased about that. Anybody have any questions for either Jennifer or Jessica?
I'm glad to see the door count for April 2007.
Yeah, let's hope that is a continuing trend.
Yeah.
When you compare to 2019. Yeah.
And again, the rate that's positive, we shut down immediately. News came on, and this is good news for all of you because I think it's terrific. And I personally think that they only charge staff what they're going to charge. So I really appreciate them doing that. And work with your local folks. So, you know, I always don't say, I really appreciate it. Okay. Committee reports. Oh God, it's me again. All right. We have, first of all, the transfer of telecommunications savings from general to building fund. We just passed that in finance. But if anyone has any questions, please ask. If not, I would welcome a motion to approve as presented. Thanks, Mary. Second. Thanks, Jane. All in favor, say aye, please. Thank you. Opposed, same sign. And again, these are all things we do on a regular basis. Transfer of vehicle maintenance savings from general to building fund. Does anyone have any questions? Now, welcome a motion to approve as presented. Thanks, Cindy. Second. Thank you. If not, all in favor, say aye. Oh, same sign, thank you. The last of these, funds from general. And any questions about that? A motion to approve. Thanks, Mark. Second. Thank you. Questions? If not, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. And the last thing we have is an action. Excuse me, my voice will be like Sunday. 6 months, that's where it is. The security gates pulled from additionware. Do you want to just see what you
Sure. So what we're hoping to do is put these security gates at the front doors as opposed to the interior doors. They are a door count as well, so we will catch the people that come into this meeting room for our events or their own events, and the restrooms are just pop in, pop out. But also it will read the RFID tag security system that we're hoping to integrate throughout the collection.
Motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Martha. Questions? If not, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Please call. And I remind you that next finance meeting is the things that we, finance, I don't know, we can back. You can have a meeting watch that. Then we find out. Nora Policy Committee, Sunday.
Okay, we have several action items to look at. The first one is the library fee. We're updating the, policy. 34 library fees. Really just kind of changes the type of fees that we have. Staff, station, elevator fee, and they also get other fees. And then they're responsible for it. They're not going to use somebody else in it. Additions that we're adding to current policy. So if anyone has any questions? Not, anyone would like to make a motion to go ahead and approve the changes to the library keys. 74. I'll move to approve. I'll take. All in favor, or any other questions, or if all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carried. The next one is a revision of code 5520, general conduct of employees, and this has to do with the class that they went to at DAP, right?
Culture reset workshop. Yeah.
So, these are just some this is things that they got together as a group and came up with, and to just add that to the general conduct of employees, the expectations that they came up with, and that.
In terms of the culture within the library.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you said you did that as a group.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
The managers did it as a group. We talked about it with the staff later, and we all agreed to these expectations.
Anyone have any comments or questions? Would like to make a motion to approve the revised general conduct. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Our next one is the revision of collection department 3510. Sorry, I forgot what this was.
This is, we're just removing the language about gifts and donations and advising to see the gifts and donations policy separately.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll be talking about gifts.
Yeah.
There's no word on it. Okay, we have scratched a lot of things that are going to end up being next. And this is the one that we also have. Does this go with that one?
No, that goes with the gifts to the library. Yeah.
So does this have what they need to do with David?
Inspired by? Yes.
Yeah.
David, he sort of grandfathered in before, that's what
Yeah. The policy that the collection development is just taking the language out so it can be addressed in a different policy. So as we change things, I don't have to change two policies. So the gifts to the library is another. So, yeah. Yeah.
So, does anyone have any questions on that? Like, make a motion to approve the changes to certified and library collection. Collection development. I'll second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. The next one is the gifts to the library, so that the wording is moved over into here. And from the last one moved over into here, and they're also going to establish the donations agreement form. There were a couple things that we discussed at the meeting about, like how long we would have something in, is that the naming part?
Yes, you're thinking of the naming part, but this does add in information about weeding. So if we are donating materials or memorial materials, so that they're subject to the same weeding policy that everything else is.
We're not keeping around old materials that were donated to us.
Yeah.
So, unless they would be specified.
Right. Yeah, and then it also includes, which I did not change, I apologize, the donation agreement form, it should say deed of gift, which is what this is. Yeah. It says donors to the library must fill out a donation agreement form, it should say deed of gift form. So it doesn't? Okay. Okay, well, I guess it's interchangeable then. And then behind that are some policies that were sent to me from other directors in our system, just giving an example of what they have in their policy manual.
That's only part of the policy, that's just information.
Yes, that's just information.
And we did put, an addition in here that, our donations go through the foundation.
Yes,
Through
the foundation.
That I'll verify with the foundation.
Yeah.
That donations made to the library, do go through the library.
Mhm.
They're not being directly to the library. And we got an agreement with them upon it, down at the amendment of 50,000. That all came from
Yep.
the.
Peter his only suggestion was to add through the foundation.
Comment? I make a motion to get it to the library. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. And then our next one is our naming opportunity. And we'll take it. Sorry, change and board and.
Yep.
And, the timeframe is determined by the, or I mean, the board would be involved in.
Instead of just giving a blanket life of the space or building or what have you.
Anyone have any questions about the naming opportunity? Any motion to approve? Okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. And the final one is art in the library. Oh, no, it's not. That's the one.
The other one is new business.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Yes, the final one is revision to 3421, art in the library. I'm trying to figure out why did they put it there? Why did they put green lights around due to the budget? Oh, that was because of my question that I had asked about if it was.
Yeah, we don't have
The
it.
stop.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you by.
Yep.
I was like, why did I do that? I don't know if anyone have any questions on the changes to art in the library? If not, someone would like to make a motion to approve that. Okay. Second. Not the second. Okay. Second. Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Our next meeting is July 13th at 4:15. In the second floor conference room for.
Not this time. So old business. No business? Good. Let's talk about the bird food. That sounds like a good thing to talk about.
So as you know, we are in the bridge phase. The CDC rolled back recommendations on mask wearing. There's been a lot of hubbub on whether or not to require vaccinations for staff and whatnot. We have also been made aware that the the Recovery Act, that was, I think that's what it was called, expired on December 31st. That gave additional sick time to anyone who was out because they had COVID or suspected they had COVID. Now they are just out sick. So basically we took this phase 4 policy manual, which was put in effect last year when we hit phase 4, that we've been operating under and changed anything phase 4 to bridge. And if you want to flip through, I can walk you through the changes. We've changed the hours of operation. We're open on Monday and Thursdays till 8 o'clock, Fridays 10 to 3, and Saturdays 10 to 3. We are allowing limited capacity in our meeting rooms, obviously. Phase 1 through 5, we added in bridge phase restricted to 60% capacity, staff reporting to work as normal. Another blurb about the meeting rooms. Striking out the gifts to the library because it had information about that we weren't accepting donations, and we are again. There's due to be a foundation book sale this summer.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, that's news.
I guess I can update you on that too, which is timely because Mr. Kuzminoff is here. But going back to face coverings, Jessica and I feel specifically that we should continue to require face coverings in this building. We do not know who has been vaccinated, who has not. This has been a hot topic of conversation. We're really leaving it up to you all and your jurisdiction, but instead of bouncing back and forth on this, we said Board of Trustees as they see fit under the guidance of the CDC and Vermilion County Health Department. As our numbers continue to be high, I think everyone would feel more comfortable if masks were still required.
I think they should be, I don't think our numbers are high enough to number of people that are vaccinated in Vermilion County, so.
Yep.
We'll try to get another better.
Well, I think that if you don't,
There is.
Yep.
I think we're better off to leave the mask mandate. There's already had that all tricky ideas. Places allowed to set their own policies. So
Right.
I think, as Jeremy said, it's a slippery slope, so I've already on this side of it. And the last report I got from Melissa, we're still at the problem with being in the 17. So, we got people sick. And we got cases, we had 52 cases yesterday, so one of those have been fully vaccinated. So, I think it's a problem. We need to get that.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So children and teens in the library, just changing again, language for the bridge phase. Temperature checks, we had discontinued doing a mandated temperature check every shift. We have the digital thermometer available if anyone needs to use it, and management and staff seem to be happy with that solution. We have gone to a different type of way of scheduling managers on duty, so we will print out a monthly schedule and place it on the P drive. This works out better for all of us in our changing schedules to schedule ourselves that way. Employee illness, because again, recommendations keep changing, we just say, go to the website for current guidance. And for vaccinations, that we are not requiring them to receive a vaccination or to disclose if they have or have not. We know generally because they've just freely told us, which is fine, but we are not requiring it. We would like everybody to return to a normal work schedule with limited work from home for full-time only, as is in the regular policy manual. Families First Coronavirus Response Act, that is what expired. So if you're sick, and you're out. No change to the dress code or reduction in force. And that are the changes in a nutshell.
I just found one little typo.
Okay,
I had my teacher out there.
good.
Under working hours, in the first part, the limited work from hours for full-time.
Oops, that should say home.
I think it should say home.
Yep,
Okay.
thank you.
Well, we go back to, you know, it's all over, what is that, phase 5?
Phase 5.
Does that mean nobody wears masks anymore, you're not required, or is it still up to discretion? I wonder about that.
I don't know.
I think that's one. Right now. It's goes to normal. Whatever that is. Well, I like to go, but I think so. That's the point of trying to get to phase 5. So that's really good.
It could be a bridge for.
And what do you want to say?
You could bring the bridge to nowhere. Yeah.
We need to be on the screen.
Yes.
Or somewhere. Wherever we go.
So, I'm going to put the motion for the, bridge policy.
So moved.
There's one second. Thank you, John. Any other questions? If not, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. And thank you to staff, you and Jessica and the staff for getting us situated, so everything goes sort of what we're doing.
It remains frustrating that every line of business in Illinois has received guidance directly from the state, except for libraries. I don't know. None of us can figure it out. There was a petition sent to ILA asking for representation, saying we want some state guidance here. And we received a very sorry type of letter back with no further help. I don't know. We would know exactly what to do if we were a zoo instead of a library, literally. So
But it's my suggestion.
I mean, we already have a crab. So. and a brown dog. So if I can just update everybody on the book sale and that weekend, because it's shaping up to be a very exciting weekend, and Mr. Kuzminoff can hear about it, and hopefully the War Museum will be involved as well. So in the hopes of promoting the library and having a large fun event and jumping on the pop culture train, we are planning a 2-day Cobra Kai Con here at the library, celebrating all things Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. Now, I understand that sounds crazy, but, okay, so Karate Kid, the blonde guy that fights with Daniel at the end of Karate Kid, he's part of Cobra Kai. He is now the lead star of a Netflix series based off of all of that all these years later. He's in it, Ralph Macchio's in it, all the original people have been in it. Very popular, really fun. So, exactly. So, when you start breaking down that whole universe, there's a lot going on in there. There's subjects about bullying, there's history with Vietnam War and World War II. There's Japanese culture, martial arts, obviously. There's even some Hispanic culture in Cobra Kai. So what we're wanting to do is have events here at the library where we have talks on some of those cultural aspects, maybe do a tea ceremony. We're talking about getting master gardeners to do a bonsai tree demonstration. All these things highlighting all these various elements of Cobra Kai and Karate Kid. Meanwhile, the Fisher is going to be showing Karate Kid 1 and 2 that weekend. And Jason's working on some other fun stuff in that vein specifically. The escape room that is now downtown is going to do a themed scavenger hunt. What I'm hoping that the War Museum will help us out with some Vietnam War, World War II, Okinawa type things, and maybe even the Japan House at the U of I can assist us with some of the cultural, historical Japanese aspects of it. I want to turn this room into the Cobra Kai dojo within reason, and have a Japanese garden set up outside where, if you remember, Mr. Miyagi taught Daniel the wax on, wax off, and it's featured in Cobra Kai. So how the foundation ties into that is they are going to set up a huge tent on the front lawn and have an outdoor book sale that same weekend as well, and do their donor recognition. I've heard talk of having sushi catered in. So it's fun, it's exciting, it'll be educational as well. August 6th and 7th, we are going to have demonstrations by New World at Taekwondo and Kruger's as well. And we're working on maybe getting some star power behind it.
Great.
Thank you. So I highly recommend watching Cobra Kai on Netflix. It's a lot of fun. I at least watched the first 2 episodes because they're fun.
Now, they did a little bonsai.
Yeah, we're gonna have. So I don't know if you've seen the commercials, but John Kreese was in a commercial, the actor, for TurboTax, where he said, I left Cobra Kai behind, I'm now in charge of Koala Kai. And it's all these little girls. And they say more mercy instead of no mercy. So our children's area is going to be Koala Kai. And we're going to do crafts and make little headbands and the little drum thing from the second Karate Kid movie. So, yes.
I think I never tried to watch that.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Great music. All 80s rock and roll.
Oh,
Well, that's excellent.
Speaking of the foundation, council, did they have a big success at their fundraiser?
I did not get a final number, but it was around the 30 to 40,000 mark. So, yeah, it was considered successful, I think.
Good.
They want to do something like that again next year.
Anything else we need to update on?
No.
Where is that? Go ahead.
Parade program. Prisoner world.
Cool.
In July.
That sounds good.
Oh, I have a question. When will the memory lab start?
I don't know.
Okay, I didn't know.
I keep sidetracking Josh with other projects. Last I know, he was working on training the staff on how to use it.
And
So-
will there be a fee for that, like, what something?
Yeah, we'll probably pass that at the July policy meeting, but we're thinking it's gonna be around the same cost as an hour's worth of reference assistance. So we've got some stuff to look at there. But, yep. Sure, yeah, fine.
On your subscription, on the boxes that you take home for interactive movie watching, I didn't get one of those. Is that something you check out and then take back?
No,
Or
it's
is
yours.
something you keep?
If you take the movie, you can have it. But
Oh,
the
but the
kids,
kids,
crafts, and it'll be stickers, if they do this, every time somebody says, oh, yeah, or whatever, then, you know, you get to do a thing, you know, so it like has a little bit of a script, and that's yours to keep forever.
okay, I just want to understand, it's so fun. Check out the, now the, and the subscription box is also, you keep. And does the book come with the subscription box?
Yes.
The current one for adults is the Walk in the Woods, and there's a everyone program that, like, she's got it set up like as a scavenger hunt, or you can do the scavenger hunt together as like a group field trip to, you know, the local park.
I know you do that last one, I love that book.
Oh, I'm not in that program. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
All right, motion to adjourn. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second? Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Always wait a minute.
I have a personal question to ask people. Does anyone have any experience in the health council? Like for healthcare for elderly and
Minuscule.
Senior services is an absolutely zero help.
Okay, I've got a name for you.
They're coming, I mean, we have an appointment, they're coming to the house so that they can help with what we needed right away. And then
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
my mom said, she was in the hospital for 2 months. She's been in the rehab facility.
He and Teresa didn't get along very well. He and Teresa didn't get along very well.
And I'm hoping that
Have you called Amy Brown and told her that? Have you called Amy Brown and told her that Chris didn't help you?
oh, I mean, they can't help us with service.